Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Look, if you have around a 680 or higher credit score and you're looking for a high limit business credit card with 0% interest on purchases and balance transfer, this video is going to help you. Now, the first one is with Chase, okay? The Chase Inc. business credit cards. Now, here's the thing about it people don't understand about Chase. Chase is a FICO 8. All right. So if you're just brand new to Chase, they're more likely going to do two hard inquiries on your credit file. They're going to do one on your Experian and they're going to do one on your TransUnion. Now, here's my thing that I always tell people if you're brand new to Chase, and I'll tell you why you want to choose Chase as your primary bank instead of like a credit union or a community bank. But here's the thing about it with Chase, opening up a personal account and a business account means that you want to have a long-term relationship with them. Okay. Now, if you have no revenue in the business, it's so easy, even if you don't even have a registered business, they will still give you a business credit card. Okay. Now, it also depends on your DTI, your debt to income ratio. If your debt to income ratio is above 55%, now that may uh, disqualify you. However, there is something that you may be able to do. If you apply for a Chase business card and you have a 680 credit score and you open multiple accounts with them, what I would do is I would call their recon department. Okay, it's where their underwriters directly work, and I will ask them if they would consider starting me out with a lower limit, say like 3,000 or 5,000. All right, because most people when they start in their business and stuff, and when they go into the bank, and the banker asks, "Well, how much money do you want on a credit limit?" Most people have said like 25, 30, 50,000. The thing about it, you having a brand new relationship with a bank like this, they don't know you, especially if you have a 680 credit score. All right. So that being said, I would keep it more conservative, asking for maybe 3,000 or 5,000, just so you can prove yourself. Now, there's something else why I would choose Chase as my primary bank over a credit union or community bank. The reason is because they report to the business credit bureaus. They're going to report to Experian Business, Equifax Business. That information is going to be picked up by Small Business Financial Exchange and Dun and Bradstreet. Okay, so you don't even have to have a Dunn's number or a Paydex score in order to have a relationship with Chase. And like I just mentioned, you don't actually even have to have a business in order to get a business credit card. All right, but these are the credit cards that I would go after because they're 0% for 12 months on purchases. All right. And so, granted, with Chase, they will not give you convenience checks to where you're able to liquidate the card. However, they will give you high limits. And so, with those type of cards, like if you're trying to liquidate it, you probably would have to sign up with Plastic or Melio. And you have a separate company that may be like your marketing company. You can charge a marketing company. This is just some insight from my inside for some of my VIPs that I share that doing that you're able to liquidate, and instead of it being charged as a cash advance, it'll actually be charged as a purchase. All right. So, and those of you that need help with setting up a business or whatever, click the link in the description. I can help you with that. Now, the next card, we're looking at American Express. Now, here's the thing about it. With most people, when they think about American Express, they're thinking about, well, I want to go for this gold card or I want to go for the platinum card, right? And they're thinking about status. They're not thinking about actually saving money. Here's the thing about it. You want to go for these here blue cash cards because with these here cash cards, you can see you get 0% interest on purchases for 12 months. Okay. Now, here's the thing about it. I'm going to tell you about American Express with their cards. Okay. Especially these charge cards. One, if they already give you a spending limit. All right. Here's the thing about it. And as you can see with this gold, it's 6 months from the date of account opening on purchases. Okay, pay over time. So they do have this here program. But here's the thing about it, you have to be very careful, as I was saying. With American Express, say that they give you 25,000, right? On this charge card, okay? And so you take advantage of this 6 months pay over time. So you dedicate, say, I'm gonna spend 5,000, and I'm gonna spend it, and I'm gonna want to break that down over that 6 months. Well, what ends up happening if you spend beyond that 5,000, you will have to pay off that other balance in full the following month. So you have to be very careful when it comes to American Express. All right. Another thing with just checking your spending power. If you do it like uh 3 or more times right away, it can lock up the card. And what ends up happening, then they want to do a financial review. That means they want to see pay stubs, they want to see taxes, okay? And they're going to give you an individual that's assigned to your account. And until they get that information, they're not going to unlock that card. Now, another thing that will happen if you use this card, a large lump sum on this card, and then pay it off and then use it again, pay it off, that also creates a financial review as well. All right. So you have to be very careful with American Express. Now, with American Express, they may also pull Experian and TransUnion at the same time as well if you're brand new. Now, if you're not brand new, then and you already have an existing personal card, then they more likely won't do a hard pull on your credit. They'll just go off in internal data. Some of the easier cards that I want to point out is like PNC Bank. PNC Bank, the reason it's an easier card is because it's a FICO 9, Experian FICO 9. So that means that, like, if you have authorized users, rental payments, subscriptions on your credit file, then it's okay with them for them to give you a business credit card. Now, again, PNC is trying to become a relationship bank. So that means they want you to have multiple accounts with them. That means a regular checking account, a savings account, and then have a business account. Now, that does not say you cannot apply for a business credit card without having those accounts, but I would try to have the account so I can get a higher limit. And as you can see here, their card, the one you want to go after, is this card, and it's for 13 months, zero interest for 13 months. So this is a very good card that you definitely want to take a look. Another card you want to take a look at is Truist. Now, here's the thing about it with Truist. Truist has started to become very strict in terms of when it comes to their business product, especially like with their business lines of credit and their loans. However, with the business credit cards, yes, you still can get this on stated income. Now, the best business credit card you want to go after is this Truist business credit card here for 0% interest for 12 months. Again, when you starting out in business and you need a high limit credit card, you definitely want to make sure that you getting a credit card that's not going to be charging you any interest for a long period of time. Okay, so that's the reason. Like I said, a pull Equifax. It will be a FICO 8 as well. So you just have to keep that in mind. Another easy card that I would tell you to go after is BMO. Okay, so with BMO, here's the thing about it. They here business credit, this business platinum card, it used to be 18 months. They reduced it down to 12 months. This used to be an 18-month 0% interest on purchases and balance transfers. They got rid of that. They brought it down to 12 months. Now, one of the things about it with BMO is that they will give you convenience checks, meaning that you can actually liquidate the card into cash. All right. Now, by you liquidating that business credit card into cash, that will not affect your personal credit. Okay. The only time it affect your personal credit if you start missing payments. But giving you access to cash on a large lump sum, this is one of the best ways. Now, here's the key to this, and I continue to tell people you always want to go after banks that offer the business credit card as well as the business lines of credit. Now, with most banks, they want you to use the business credit card to prove yourself. And then after you use the business credit card for at least 6 months to 9 months, then go after that line of credit. And like with some of these banks, they may just do a internal pull or a soft pull in order for you to get this here line of credit once you have the business credit card. Okay. Another business credit card you may want to take a look at is this Goldman Sachs. Okay. And as you can see here, this is the GM business card for 9 months. Now, here's the thing about it, they pull Equifax, and it will be a soft pull, okay? But they pull Equifax FICO 9, all right? So there's no hard pull on the credit file when going after this here card. But I would tell you this, they're one of these institutions that they want your credit file to be at least 3 years old. The personal credit file to be at least 3 years old and have at least two accounts on the credit file. Okay, so that's something that you have to keep in mind. Another great card that you want to look at is with US Bank. Now, as you can see, US Bank, they offer this card for 18 months. Now, I love US Bank, and the reason is because they're going to give you liquidation checks, all right? They're going to start you out with a large lump sum. And again, it's all about the relationships. So if you have multiple accounts with them, then you have a business bank account with them, you have a higher chance at higher limits with them. All right. Now they will pull TransUnion FICO 9 most of the time. Sometimes they'll pull Experian, depends on the region of the country that you're in. But most of the time, they're going to pull TransUnion FICO 9. All right. So they have this here card, which is a very good card. And they also have another card I wanted to show you guys. It's the Altitude card. All right. And I think this, the Altitude card, I think is like I think it's 15 months for the altitude card that you're able to pay for zero interest. And you can have multiple businesses with US Bank. Some banks don't want you to have multiple businesses, but with US Bank, I have three different businesses with them. So I got over 200,000 with them. Now, let's look at Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo business credit card is the Signify credit card. And as you can see here, theirs is 12%, 0% for 12 months as well. And they give you liquidation checks also. Now, here's the thing I really like about Wells Fargo. Granted, for the business credit card, they use Experian FICO 9. However, if they offer you a low limit, you're able to call them up and ask, will they increase the limit without them doing another hard pull on the credit file. So that's the reason why I would actually look at Wells Fargo. Now, the past cards I was seeing, if I mention any card that said like FICO 9, those are some of the best credit cards that you can go after. I would actually go after those instead of the FICO 8s because you have more flexibility and you have a higher chance of higher limits with those FICO 9 cards. All right. So that's the reason I'm telling. One other card that you want to take a look at is with Citizens Bank, the Citizens Bank Business Credit Card. Again, this is a Equifax card. All right. So some of these cards, what I'm doing is showing you where you get the high limits at, but at the same time, you're spreading out those hard inquiries. And granted, those hard inquiries, because they're business related, those can easily be removed off of the credit file. All right. But this is the card that you want, the business platinum card. All right. Because it's 12 months on this here card. So this is the card that you want to focus in on. All right. So for you guys that may have questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, removing negative items off the credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.